Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put handles on our project. We should have this smooth, because you're not gonna be able to do that around the handles. So we're going to make the handles the same way that we did the rest of the pot. So you would take a wet piece and squish so it is round, roll it in your hands, and then put it on the table. And so we're gonna shoot for the same size. And so this is about 1/2 inch thick, and I'm gonna flatten it by just using the heel of my hand to flatten it, and then I'm gonna flip and do the same thing on this side. Okay, and the reason that I want to use a piece that looks like this is because this is the same piece that I used here, and there's unity between both of them. By repeating something again, you create that unity that they match and that they go together. Okay, so this is the type of handle that we're gonna make. What is best is if it goes in like this empty section here. Okay, somewhere there is where you should put it. What's nice is you can just kind of spray this and then place them on there without having to commit to keeping them there. Okay, so I'm just gonna mist over this so I can put some on here. We don't want to make gigantic handles, so things like this. Okay, sometimes I have people get kind of crazy and they're just way too big. Okay, so they just look funny because they're out of proportion. They're too big for the size that this pot is. Okay, so I would suggest something smaller, something that takes up this area. And so I've made just like lots of different little things that we can try to see like what we think about what you have or what you can make. Okay, so it could be that it goes down here, but it could also be that it goes up towards the top. But really, you're never gonna know until you put it there and you look at it. Okay, because it's a visual thing. Like you've got to be able to say, you know, do I like it or do I not like it? Okay, so you just kind of keep trying, keep looking. Some of this just has to do with like your personal aesthetics, you know, things that you like. And then sometimes you put things on and you think, gosh, they're just too big. Maybe I need to like trim it and then check it. Maybe I should flip it, you know what I mean? And try it a different way to really see, you know, what this could look like. Okay, and really you could even, sometimes I make handles like this that are like more like sideways, where you take the piece and kind of turn it this direction so they go more like on the side. Okay, but just because it looks good on one project doesn't mean it's going to look good on another. Okay, it's all about you know, matching this project. Okay, and finding something that you feel like looks good. So you just kind of have to look at them and think, do I like this or do I not? And it's almost like an instant kind of thing. Like, yeah, you do, yeah, you don't. Okay. But you're gonna have to experiment with it, kind of play around with it and see. Even like this one, I like made the edge of this pointed instead of making it just flat and square. Like, is that better? Like, do I like that more from this side that this has a tapered edge to it? Okay, so something to think about, to continue to work on and look at. Make sure that these are scored and slipped. Whatever is touching here, you would score and slip both sides and press them together. If you feel like things don't have a good enough connection, you could put like a teeny tiny Reinforcing coil. Once things get smaller, remember that your reinforcing coils need to get smaller too, because you don't want to see the reinforcing coil. So you would need something really little, okay, to put around it. So something small, don't go with something like really, really big, because it will just be hard to get rid of, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna let people work on handles and I will come around and help.